Welcome to the Skaneateles High School Chapter National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. At this time, I would also like to introduce the NHS officers. My fellow officers include Colin Cox, Owen Curtis, Campbell Loy, and I am Liliana Arias. I would like to start tonight's induction ceremony by introducing you to our first speaker, Mr. Eric Knuth, Superintendent of Schools, who would like to share a few words with this year's inductees.
Good evening, parents, families, students, and fellow educators. My name is Eric Knuth, and I'm proud to be superintendent here at Skaneateles Schools. I was so pleased to have been asked to speak on behalf of this year's inductees into the National Honor Society, and I've worked in support of this organization for many years. The National Honor Society is important as it distinguishes students who model through their actions a commitment to going above and beyond. Our inductees demonstrate that extra 10% Mr. Santoro is always talking about. As we progress through our school experience, we have all been asked at some point that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would argue that this is the wrong question. The four pillars of the National Honor Society emphasize this distinction. As you leave our halls and go out into the world, what you will be is far less important than who you will be. The National Honor Society recognizes students who demonstrate excellence in scholarship, service, leadership, and character. As you enter a world where things we have taken for so long for granted are all of a sudden in question, these traits are more important now than ever before. The National Honor Society defines these traits, their four pillars, as follows. Scholarship. This means a lot more than getting good grades. That has to do with seeking out learning, seeking to understand, and a lifelong commitment to self-improvement. Service has to do with a genuine desire to help those around you. It represents empathy and a commitment to being someone not just concerned about others, but someone who demonstrates through action that you're actually willing to do something about it. Leadership has to do with personal dignity and the ability to take ownership and responsibility for your own actions. This is everyday leadership, not dictated by title or position, but by your willingness to act. Will you be a bystander or an upstander as you go through life? Character represents having value for other people, other cultures, other points of view. This comes from a genuine concern from others. Words like perseverance, respect, self-sacrifice, integrity, honesty, all of these exemplify character. All too often, National Honor Society induction is seen as just another box to check or one more line on a resume or college application. The fact is that this is one of the few accolades we experience in high school that speak not only to what you have done, but to who you are as a person. To all of our inductees, congratulations. We're so excited to see who you will become. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Knuth. Next, I am pleased this evening to introduce you to Mr. Gregory Santoro, principal of the Skaneateles High School.
Thank you, Colin. The emblem of the society is a keystone and flaming torch. The keystone bears to its sides the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for four cardinal principles of its organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. As a keystone is placed by the builder to hold a perfect arc, so too the structure of our education must be firm and true to the purposes of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. Character, the composite of all common virtues, sets a seal of righteousness upon our every endeavor. Scholarship is the power of the mind to dispel ignorance and superstition through scientific investigation of truth. Leadership is the power of personality that blazes the trail for humankind's upward climb. Service is the beginning and end of our education, the altar from which the blessing to men and women have been secured. Thus is the emblem of our purpose, to bear forward in searching light of truth, to lead that others may follow in the light, to keep burning in our school, in our society, a high ambition to excel in life and to service. These purposes are symbolized in the torch. I shall now light the candle that represents the torch of unity and knowledge. All other candles are lit from this flame which represents the eternal light of knowledge.
Leadership in its highest sense is not simply an outgrowth of a vigorous and pleasing personality. Leadership, in order to benefit humankind, must proceed from unselfish motives, from strong character, and from a self-informed mind. It requires constant denial of self, a genuine affection for all persons, and an abiding trust in the Creator. Humility is requisite here also for the success of any cause. A true leader is marked by self-confidence and poise, both of which are born of experience, knowledge, and an understanding of humankind. Self-confidence is not conceit, but is a genuine belief in the righteousness of one's cause and a just appraisal of one's ability and knowledge. These ideas may be accomplished as a good member of your community, school, and other organizations. I will now light the green candle that represents leadership.
It becomes necessary to give part of oneself in service. This candle signifies the brightness and joy of service, the unselfish quality of doing our share in the world's work. To live the fullest life, we cannot live for ourselves alone. Good scholarship, fine character, and inspiring leadership may each find itself lacking in some small part if to it is not added service. I will now light the purple candle that represents service.
Good character, perhaps the most important prerequisite of an intelligent, well-rounded citizen, may be defined as the combination of favorable qualities distinguishing any particular individual. In other words, how one acts as well as feels on such issues as morals and honesty determines to a very large extent one's character. After such a definition, it is easy to see the tremendous significance of high moral fiber. To answer the question of how character is obtained, we consult the dictionary to find that character is the product of three areas: nature, habits, and environment. Men and women, we are told by many authorities, are basically good by nature. Thus, everyone fulfills the first requirement. It has also been said that we, as individuals, have very little control over our environment. However true this may be, our habits remain as the deep-rooted source of character. Therefore, the greatness or poorness of our habits determines our real actions, thus making us what we are. I will now light the blue candle that represents character.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is the only great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. I will now light this red candle that represents scholarship.
Continuing with the induction ceremony, we would like to introduce you to each new inductee.
It is my pleasure to present to you the inductees to the Skaneateles chapter of the National Honor Society. August Arroyo, Grace Bailey, Victoria Baker, Coral Bales, Hannah Barkley, Zoe Barkley, Sean Bellinger, Ashton Bennett, Rebecca Kane, Rachel Kane, Bridget Carroll, Isabella Capoza, Nicholas Saramelli, Owen Cheney, Rory Comer, Grace Conan, Grayson Conjo, Lexus Cottrell, Margaret Cowden, Kate Coyne, Ella Danforth, Matthew Domino, Ashley Droder, Benjamin Fedor, Seamus Fogarty, Owen Gay, Nathan Gerst, William Gerzatis, Drew Gaithy, Nolan Grislow, Neil Gutchess, Brady Guy. Nicholas Kehoe. Grace King. Michael Klazowski. Garrett Krieger. Maralisa Kroon. Sean Luce. Marcus McClanahan. Reese McConaughey. Anna McGlynn. Aiden McGowan. Curran McGowan. Maeve McNeil. Martin McNeil. Emma McNeil Yeckel. Eleanor McSwain. Cooper Morrissey. Andrew Moss. Tyler Moss. Amelia Musso. James Musso. Cody Nesbitt. Ella Olson. Christopher Patterson. Ethan Hiccup. Carly Pittman. Elizabeth Raymond. Ashlyn Rossi. Kelsey Rutledge. Mary Ryan. Tanner Ryan. Emil Sander. Atticus Savage. Jillian Scott. Samantha Simmons. Sophia Soderberg. Hannah Spalding. Colin Sweet. Holly Teasdale Edwards. Elizabeth Torrisi. Faith Wagner. Ireland Walker. Gabrielle Wall. Elizabeth Wamp. Fatima Wakas. Jack Weeks. Lily Winkleman. Lillian Yango.
I am now going to recite the oath of the National Honor Society. I pledge to maintain my high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously, to be a leader, and to give of myself freely to others. In doing so, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society. I, along with the current members of the National Honor Society, proudly introduce you as the new members of NHS.
To close our ceremony this evening, on behalf of all the students, faculty, and administration at Skaneateles High School, we would like to express our utmost sincere congratulations to tonight's inductees.